Hey everybody, welcome back to our virtual Sunday school lesson for Lexington United Methodist Church. This is our third week, believe it or not, and we are continuing to talk about the right choices and how we can be humble and how we can practice compassion. And we do have a new lesson this week, and it's about kindness and the ways that we can practice kindness and some of the things that we can do to be kinder, more caring people. And we're going to do a little experiment as we go through today's lesson, and that's what this big water bowl on the table is. And of course, I always have helpers, and so I want to reintroduce my helpers, Kylie and Ella. They're going to be sharing in the story and also the experiment as we go on. So our Bible lesson for this week comes from 2 Timothy chapter 2, and it's verses 24 through 25, and it says this: "The Lord's servant must not quarrel. Instead, he must be kind to everyone, able to teach, not resentful. Those who oppose him, he must gently instruct." That sounds pretty challenging for a Bible study lesson this week. And so we're first going to go to our story of Danny, and he's going to kind of interpret what that Bible passage means and through his actions. And then we'll talk a little bit about what that means for our lives and how we can show deeds of kindness and through our experiment. So if you remember, Danny was in the story. He had a little incident with pancakes and his brother, and then they got that resolved. And so then they went and got ready to go to the park, if you remember, and they were selling some lemonade. And so the lemonade sales were going pretty well until one last customer came up. And if you remember from the story, she was going to come up and get lemonade, but she tripped on her way up to the table. And so she spilled the one remaining glass of lemonade, and it went all over Danny. You remember, that's how we ended the story. So we're going to pick up there. And we're going to see how Danny could choose either kindness in helping the girl, or he can choose anger in getting mad at her because of the mess that she made. All right. So just to remember, he says, "I see a girl running towards me. I use my mind reading ability to see that she wants a superpower of her own. But then, oops, she trips. She knocks my table down, and the last cup of lemonade spills all over my shirt." That's where we left off last week. So let's see what Danny does. Let's see what kind of choices that he makes. If he makes a kind choice or a not so kind choice. "You spilled my last cup," I yell. "I'm sorry," she says. "It was just an accident." "I don't care. You have to pay me for it." She looks at me and starts to cry. Mommy helps the girl up and says, "You don't need to pay for that cup, sweetie." "But she knocked it over," I yell. "It's her fault that I can't sell it." Mommy isn't happy with me. "I was going to take you to the toy store so that you could pick something out with the money you made," she said. "Instead, we'll be going home." I pack up the stuff from the lemonade stand and I get into the car. "Our day went really well just now, Danny, until the way you acted. How would you have felt if you were that little girl?" Mommy asks. I think about how I made her feel. Mommy is right. I wish I could take back my last choice and treat the girl nicely. I think my day would have ended up much better if I had done that. What do you all think?
I think I would.
Yeah. I think that most often when we make the choice of kindness over meanness or kindness over anger, then things usually work out better, right? Well, let's see what happens when Danny makes that choice of kindness, all right? So remember, she's just knocked over the lemonade again. And Danny says, "I helped the girl up." "I'm so sorry," she says. "Don't worry," I tell her. "It was just an accident." Her mom pays me a whole $1 for the cup she spilled, even though my mommy says that she doesn't have to. Score! I made $26 from the lemonade stand. I remembered to set $3 aside for charity, So I have $23 left. Mommy surprises me and takes me to the toy store because of how good I've been today. I know exactly what I want to get, and I've made just enough money to buy it. What do you think he's going to get by that picture?
A skateboard.
Skateboard, right. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. There he goes. I get home and ride my skateboard down the street. Wow, I'm finally flying. Whoosh. My best friend Jakey sees me and says, "Whoa, Danny, how did you get that cool skateboard?" I tell him about my superpower lemonade, and I offer to help him make some next week. He's super excited. I'm proud of how you've used your power to choose today, Danny, Mommy says. So I'll let you make one more choice. What will we have for dinner? Of those choices, what would y'all choose? Burger and fries, pizza, or I think that's...
Sushi.
Is that sushi? Okay, thank you.
I'd probably pick burger and fries.
Burger and
Me
fries?
too.
You'd pick the burger and fries? I think I'd have the pizza. But I wonder, what food will charge my superpowers best? The end. All right. That was a pretty good story and a pretty good ending to the choice that Danny made for kindness, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, I want us to participate in this little activity, if we could, if you guys are willing to help me with that, because I definitely need help with it. This is obviously a bowl of water, and it represents the community, okay? And so we're going to try to visually see how acts of kindness that we do help others and then help spread throughout the community and throughout the world. All right? Okay, so you want to start? All right. If you would place one drop of food coloring and in the bowl on the side, and then as you're doing that, if you could name from the story one of the acts of kindness that Danny did.
Okay. The little girl apologizes to Danny.
Very good.
Danny helps the girl up and accepts her apology.
All right.
The little girl's mom offers to pay Danny even though she doesn't have to.
All right. Hold on one second there. I just want you to look at that water for a little bit, see what's happening there. When the first few drops, it pretty much stayed in place, but it did spread around a little bit, right?
Right.
And then now, as we're waiting a little bit, and we have 3 drops in there, if you remember, what's happening now?
It's spreading.
Right, it's spreading. Yep. And it's kind of filling in the gaps, right?
Right.
So if you think about just after the first drop, what happened when it was just one kind act?
It started to spread a little bit.
It started to spread just a little bit, right? But it wasn't like that much, right?
Yeah.
And then if you would put one more drop in, Ellen?
Danny donated the money to charity.
Danny donated the money to charity. Okay.
And then Danny also offers to help Jakey with the lemonade stand next week.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Jakey compliments Danny on his skateboard.
You guys are just on a roll. So look at that. See how it's kind of pretty, but see how it just keeps spreading out gradually too. You know, that's the thing. Sometimes when we do kind acts, we might not immediately see how it's helped somebody else, but then on down the line we might see it. And that's what's neat about sharing it, is that it just spreads and spreads and spreads from our one act, right?
Right.
When one person shows kindness, as we just said, it spreads to the people around them. When those people experience kindness, then they spread kindness to others, just like happened when we were dropping the blue drops into the water. As each person experiences kindness and then in turn shows kindness to others, there's like a ripple effect, right?
Right.
It's just like when the drop of blue hit the water and there were ripples in the water. Do you want to do that one more time, Kylie? And we can kind of look at the ripples in the water. And that spreads the kindness around to the rest of the water. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kindness spreads in the same way. As we experience kindness, we want to show others kindness. And then those people want to show others kindness, and that kindness spreads like a ripple effect. Now, a lot of times when you see something on a video, the host usually says, don't try this at home. But we want you to try this at home, either with your friends or your family. You can just gather around, and a neat way, maybe, not talking about the Danny story, but with your family or your friends, look at what you've done over the week and share different ways that you have shared kindness, acts of kindness to others, whether it's family or friends, and go around the table and do that. And you don't even have to use blue. You could use red or yellow or green, whatever your favorite color is. So, again, I want to remind you of our Bible story, or our Bible scripture lesson. It says, the Lord's servant must not quarrel. Must not quarrel. It means don't fight. Instead, he must be kind to everyone, able to teach or help, and not be resentful. Those who oppose him, he must gently instruct. And again, that's 2 Timothy 2:24 and 25. I think that's covers us for this week, and I hope you are having a good week. We're also keeping you in prayer as you think about going back to school and the different activities and preparations that go along with that. And we'll hope to see you again next week. Have a great week.
Kindness, kindness, oh, whenever you find this, you will see the world's a better place. Kindness, kindness, oh, whenever you try this, you could bring a smile to someone's face. Well, it doesn't take much, and it doesn't take long. No, it doesn't cost a thing, no, and there's no way to do it wrong. You can try it anytime, you can plant it where you want, and you can grow it in your heart, then give it out to everyone. Kindness, kindness, oh, whenever you find this, you will see the world's a better place. Kindness, kindness, oh, whenever you try this, you will bring a smile to someone's face. And you can put it in your words, in everything you say, in the little things you do, all throughout the day. And you can share it with your neighbor, and you can teach it to a friend, and you can show your mom and dad how the kindness never ends, yeah. Kindness, kindness, oh, whenever you find this, you will see the world's a better place. Kindness, kindness, oh, whenever you try this, you could bring a smile to someone's face. So if you see someone who's had a bad day, and you'd like to try and make them feel okay, just give a little kindness in your own way, because a little bit of kindness goes a long way. All together now. Kindness, kindness, oh, whenever you find this, you will see the world's a better place. Kindness, kindness, oh, whenever you try this, you could bring a smile to someone's face. Alright, now everybody sing along. Kindness, kindness, oh, whenever you find this, you will see the world's a better place. Kindness, kindness, oh, whenever you try this, you could bring a smile to someone's face. Yeah, you could bring a smile to someone's face.
You will see the world's a better